For something spooky to do this weekend, the Knox Mansion is getting into the Halloween spirit and getting a preview of their haunted house. News 10's Anthony Krolikowski live from Johnstown. Anthony, what'd you find inside there?
Well, Juliana, we've been in, I think this is our fifth room, if I can count this morning. It's been a long day of running around, and we've seen everything from dining room tables with cups floating around to Jeffrey the giraffe. My photographer wanted to make sure I put that in there. That was her favorite part. And now we're here with Marty and Fawn. They're the owners of the mansion here. Now, just tell me about the room we're in right now.
Sure. This room would be known as the front sitting room. We now call it the black room, and it has an interesting little story. Usually around Halloween, we always joke around about hanging the black plastic. We got to hang the black plastic. So one year I was like, well, why don't we just paint the room black? And later that night, Marty went and got some black paint, and we went at it. So now this is the black room. It's one of my favorite rooms in the house. And showcased in here, usually we have the vampire theme.
Yeah, I think there's somebody underneath the blanket over here. Yeah. And Marty, why don't you just tell me about the history of the tours and how we got to where we are today?
Yeah, the tours tonight actually will be 6 to 9, and they can call for a tour for not tonight, for a private tour, basically on weekends, but get a hold of Fawn. But they'll have a lot of fun tonight on the tours. They'll start outside and they'll go through the, I don't want to say clown tent too loud to scare anybody, but the clown tents, there's about 15 animatronics that go through a corn maze and then inside and through about 6 rooms in the house tonight for the tour.
Yeah. And there's a lot of history of the Knox Mansion itself, you know, with the people who owned it, and I know we talked about some of that. Why don't you just give me that again for people who didn't get to see our earlier live interviews?
Yeah, Charles and Rose Knox founded Knox Gelatin and became famous for their gelatin, and they loved this house, and they are just great people, did a lot for the community. So,
and Fawn, I know we talked about this room being your favorite, but what's something about the other rooms that really stands out for you? And we can't mention Jeffrey the giraffe already. He's already been brought up.
Say too. Oh goodness, that's tough. I think another favorite for me is going to be in that same room where Jeffrey is that lava fireplace that's from Italy. The carvings and engravings on that are really interesting. I think there's a lot of history with that. And how old is that? That's like
that's 300 to 400.
Yeah, 300 to
400 years old. Yeah. Out of a castle out of Italy. It's got devils, angels, gargoyles, serpents, cherubs, masks, griffins.
And it's one of a kind.
Well, I don't know if I can recall that whole list, but I heard griffins in there, Juliana, so we'll take a look at that later. And like I said, we'll see the giraffe, and our later report will be at noon. If I don't have it in there, my photographer will be very mad at me. But for now, reporting live in Johnstown, Anthony Krolikowski, News 10 ABC.
Well, best of luck to you out there, Anthony. Thanks so much.